welcome to my channel. Welcome to something a little bit different. We are going to be doing an unboxing and we're going to be doing a kitting up. So hopefully everything is in this for me to be able to do that. But it's been ages since I've showed you an unboxing, so I'm going to do that now. Now, in every Diamond Art Club box that are wrapped with the plastic here, there is a little air hole which is just off camera. So here I've got my tweezers stuck in that little air hole, and you can just rip straight down, and that gets you into this bit of the packaging. Now, Halloween is coming, and I've decided I'm going to do this one because it may be relatively quick to do. Okay, now I think I've gone and left my phone over yonder, but that's okay. I hopefully won't need it. Alright, before I continue, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please ring the bell so you get notifications as to when I upload a video. I normally upload my WiPnChats on a Wednesday, I do unboxings on a Thursday, and I do any other flossy kind of things on Mondays, Fridays, and the weekends. So just so you're aware. I do have a number of other outlets. If you want to support my channel, there is a membership if you want to just support. There is coffee if you want to do an occasional thingy there. So there's the little coffee cup. You can follow the link down in the description. I also have Patreon. Patreon has two tiers. I've got the support me mini tier, and then there's the vlog tier, which gets you a coffee a week with me, and you can sit down and enjoy the vlogs. So there are ways of supporting my channel. Of course, I love your comments, so please drop me comments. I really enjoy hearing from you and touching base with you and getting to know people who listen to my channel. So there's that as well. So back to the business. So this is going to be an unboxing and kitting up. It's kind of like a WiPnChat. Now, a warning. I have had some boxes sitting over in my corner for a little while, and I hadn't checked this one, and this was right down the bottom. So please check the bottom of your Diamond Art Club delivery boxes, because look, oh, I had a pen that I didn't know was there, and the placer is, oh, two placers. They're starting to do these skinny placers in the boxes. Let's go for another 4. And they used to get some of these embossed, but this one's not embossed. And that's a nice tight fit. So just twist it in, and that will go there, and I will put this in my collection. And then this one can actually get out of the way for a little bit. I actually have those in a drawer. Alright, the beads are down this end, drills are down this end, but I'm going to open the other end so that everything comes out. And alright, sorry, some video maintenance there. So the drills down the other end, so hopefully they're going to take out anything that's in the middle. Or stickers. Whoa, there's a bit. Make sure you get everything out. Alright, that box goes into storage. Now we have these lovely sticker cards. 16 colours in this. It is round. One of the ways that you can actually get that to lay flat is to grab the corner of this. If I can get my nails. Alright, just peel it back a bit and just squish it down flat. And see, look, perfect. It's flat as. Isn't it gorgeous though? I mean, if you like your pumpkins. But the colours are gorgeous, and there are glow-in-the-dark drills. Now, this was a limited edition last year. So, unfortunately, you will not be able to get your hot little hands on these this year. But some people out there may have got theirs and not started it. I'm just peeling this open because of that nasty crease. You've got a number of options with these. Some people have been putting them into little catalogs. Some people have been sticking these on the end of the boxes. They all fit perfectly on those kind of things as well. The toolkit, it's round, so you've got another 4-placer in there. Sorry, you don't normally get the bonus pen. That was from another kit. So you've got a 4-placer in here. You've got the tray with the short lines, which I hate. You've got the blue pen, zip bags, and 2 waxes in there as well. And you've got a blue grippy as well. So that is the kit. That is a standard kit. And then you've got your bag, keeping everything nice and neat. Why is this being a dill? It's doing its focusy thing. And I thought I had stopped it. Alright. It's upside down. Blue card. Now, if you're in the States and you want to annoy somebody, keep these. Give them to Mrs. Coffee. She's going to be sending them to Becky. Love you, Becky. Alright, now I want to get this into this straight away. So I'm going to roll it the wrong way. And I'm just looking at the drill. So the only special drill in this one is the glow-in-the-dark 742. And that's an A symbol. So we'll check out where that is in just a second. And I've seen where some of them are. So, what is going on with the camera? Okay, let me see if I can get it to do that. No, it's not doing it. What is it doing? No. Oh, maybe it's had an update and I need to get my husband to do tech support. When? Whenever the autofocus won't turn off. What? It won't, yeah, it keeps autofocusing. Alright. The A's are in the windows in the house. The Halloween pumpkin faces there. And are they anywhere up here? No. Nowhere else. I'm wondering if I could, depending on the colours, scatter them in somewhere here and have them like stars or something. Let's see. Okay. That over there. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of 310. Okay, and there's a dead drill there. 741 orange. 3371, which is the black brown. 740, which is another orange. 742. There is your glow-in-the-dark drills. Now, ooh, it's pretty close. No, sorry, that's 742. That's not the E742. So we'll get to them. We'll figure out what number that is. So 938 is brown. 947 is deep orange. 900, no, sorry, that's 300. I hate these dotty, pixelated numbers. 400 is another brown. 898 is a brown with a yellow straggler from next door. 726 is yellow. E742 is, and there's some in the oranges as well. They hop a bit. So that would be compatible to mix in amongst the 742s, not a problem. So during the day it would look the same. 900 is a burnt, rusty kind of color. 444 is your bright, bright yellow. 301 is brown, and 445 is a very pale yellow. Is that it? That is it. Okay, so 742 is the triangle-y bit, which could work because, look, it's this bit here behind the trees. It's up into here, so it's not quite the center, but it is like an aura through it and up here. So what I could potentially do is scatter the 742s in with the normal 742s, or have 2 trays on the go so I can keep them separately, so that when it comes to wanting to use the E742s, the glow-in-the-dark ones, again, they're separate, but same. So, that's it. It's 47 by 47. It's not big. It's a perfect workable size. I could probably divide this up into like 16 sections. You know, that's half, so 3-4 inches a piece with the black. It's a lot of color blocking, and then you've got the detail in here in the center. They will take a bit longer, but the color blocking you could absolutely race through. So, well, that's kind of it, if you like the Halloweeny kind of stuff. The trees are still spindly. I'm looking at it through the camera. It's not going to come out really until you've got the drills down, because you've got the browns here, I reckon. The pill is 898, so it's one of the browns. The red arrow is 400. That is the lighter brown. So you've got the different shading with the trees. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to move the canvas and we'll start kitting up, just so you're not quite as confused with where it goes. Alright. I need a new tube. I've got Galaxy. I will put her. I need to do something with Galaxy. I need to put her somewhere better. Alright. Drills off to one side. Okay, now with this, I've shown you before, this is how I've done my label. This is from the stone paper, so it's kind of a plasticky paper that doesn't tear. So I've just done a couple of these slits. There's a slit down vertically as well, and it slips through and it locks off, and that tells me what's in my kit. So these are all numbered. If you watched my video last week, I kitted down Galaxy and I left all the numbers on the bottles. So I need a bag for the drills, and they live there. It's not very many drills because there's only 16 numbers, so that's okay. And all my spares will go in there. Now, for safety's sake, I dispense into a tray or over a tray usually. Now, what I need, the order of the drills, so that will need to, I was going to say, I need the canvas. We need the scissors. I need, excuse me, sticky scissors. I'm not actually sure if this is my sticky scissors, but it will do. Alright, so up to the end and cut that off. We're not going to need that. Okay, now with these, now all I'm doing is snipping just past the number, and this is almost like pre-preparing these stickers. Now I know with the newer kits, Diamond Art Club have actually got their machines to pre-cut these, so you need to be very careful actually when you're unwrapping them that you don't lose any of your numbered stickers. Okay, nearly done. And what I'm going to do, because there is so much black, I am going to make some extra stickers. So I'm going to cut an extra 3, may or may not use all 3, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so let me move the mouse and move that over there just a bit. Go away. Alright. We will need that. I will need tweezers. I use tweezers because my nails are a pain in the ass for fine work. Alright, we will go in reverse, I think. Actually, no, we won't. We won't. We will go actually in the string, because then we won't be jumping back and forth. Alright. So, first one, 445. 445 is number 6. There may be some static in these, so you do need to be a little bit careful. There are hardly any of these at all. So I just snip a little corner off. I usually have a bin, but I don't seem to have pre-thought of the bin. Oh, and there is a foreign drill in there. Alright, a few more of these. I'm going to leave that little stray in there just for now. Okay. Oops, I need to number that as well. Okay. Alright. I'm going to snip the whole thing off. Alright. But when it comes to sticking... Let's see. You can hear the chattering of those two. Okay, peel that off, pop this down. I will do it all as one, just because I mean, I could cut it off so it's narrower because the number is already on it, but to be honest, it's fine. I am not going to use my bin. I'm just thinking aloud. I apologize. Next color. 301, and I won't need to keep telling you exactly what I'm doing because, well, it kind of stands for itself, really. Okay. How's my week been? Oh, well, I haven't been in the hospital this week. Well, actually I can't have. I have been to, the cardiac surgeon. Let me just sit that in there for a second. Thinking and talking at the same time isn't working for me. I have been to the cardiologist. Sorry, not yeah. I've been to him. There's a couple of yellows from next door that I will fix at a later date as well. Yeah. Well, he ended up doing my 4th ECG, and for those who maybe know or understand anatomy or hearts, apparently I've got an inverted T. Now what that actually means, I'm not entirely sure, but doing a Dr. Google, it suggests that it could have meant a heart episode of some kind, and he did mention the words minor infarct. So, yay, goody. Lucky me, not. And because I've never had an ECG done before, we don't know if it's ordinary damage or new damage or I was born like this. So there's that. That's slightly interesting, if nothing else. Short story, I suppose, is I'm still having chest pain. I'm still having breathing issues. If I do much, I feel like I struggle to breathe and my chest pain gets worse. So there might be something going on there, but that's just me trying to analyze things, not a doctor actually proving anything. There has been a fair bit of stress at work, So my psychologist has recommended I take some time off. I don't know how I feel about that, but when you're gonna say one thing and do another, it might be a good thing to have that brief separation. But anyway, the cardiologist is saying that he wants me to go for an echo. The echo is going to be on Friday, and I will have a stress echo at the end of October. So that's where I'm at with that. I know nothing more. I think he's hopeful that it's not going to show up anything, but to be honest, how I'm feeling, I reckon something's going on. So therefore, something hopefully is going to show up. Yeah, I'm going to use the funnel. Now, if you haven't already seen this, because you haven't watched my channel before, this is a funnel, and you can get them off AliExpress. Look, to be honest, there are sellers over in the States who are selling these. They are selling these for a ridiculous markup. These are $1.50 Australian. They're only $1 US, roughly. If you're paying more than $5, you are sorely being ripped off. So please be careful. Please be a sensible purchaser. And don't put coffers in somebody else's pocket if you are on a budget yourself. That's just my warning to you. By all means, support your local sellers, but don't be ripped off in the process. That's all. Now, most of these are going to be empty. I'm not going to have many spares going into this at all. I just find it easier with the sticker to work these with the tweezers. I don't know. I am the kind of person who can work with tools like they're part of me. So I understand, and it does take practice as well to get used to them, using these as a tool rather than fingers or something like that. So I do understand not everyone is as dexterous with tools. So other than the heart issue, I hurt my back doing something yesterday. I don't know what. It was like, I don't know, walking or something. All I did was do the washing up, and next thing I know, my back when I was walking was really sore, and it feels like it's higher than the back was before. So it's a new kind of area. It's like, oh, that's all I freaking need. So I've been trying to take it easy. We have got the pantry to reassemble, so I'm doing that in spits and spurts, and hopefully it will be packed away this weekend and I'll have my floor back. So that will be good, because Marcus has put lino down in each of the shelves, and then he's glued it and all prettied it and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, it's coming on, and it's been rearranged as well, so things are in different places. That's the hardest part to decide when you've got two people who use the pantry, where things are going to go that are going to work for both people, going to be logical. Finding places where things are going to work as well is the other thing. So yeah, we'll get there. He's also got not OCD, but he has got this organizational kind of obsessiveness. So he's, you know, reasonably particular, and then with the memory issue as well, he needs to have it in a logical fashion, so that even if something is not kind of apparent, it makes logical sense that flowers have maybe yeast with them or things like that.
When I forget something, I've got to be able to work it out by...
Yeah, he's got to be able to work it out by concept. Does that make sense. So for him, if he's able to kind of go, okay, baking stuff is going to be all baking and that kind of thing, then it's going to make logical sense and he can work it out. And failing that, he'll just ask me and I'll go, oh, it's in such and such, like he's been asking me for the last few days. Have I seen this? And I'm kind of going, yeah, it's there. And he finds it. He finds it frustrating. Can't say it's kind of embarrassing. Oh, he doesn't need to find it embarrassing.
What?
Don't all men kind of go, oh, where's so-and-so?
It's embarrassing that I can't remember where it comes out. And then it's embarrassing when I can't find it.
I think it's worse because he has this expectation of himself that he had a perfect memory before the head injury, and now he doesn't, and he finds himself more flawed. Unreasonably. But only because his previous basis of memory... No! His previous basis is a perfect memory.
Well,
Not an imperfect memory that most blokes have, which is what I'm probably more used to, if that makes sense.
I know I did memory.
Yeah, he had like photographic memory. It was pretty darn perfect. He could see something once and knew it, and did that with college, uni, all of that kind of stuff. Just had to read something once and he knew what it was, like knew for exams and things like that. Yeah, he was one of those bastards who didn't need to study.
I could cram on the way.
He could cram on the way. Oh, he could cram on the way to the exam. That's ridiculous.
Speed read the book and then...
Speed read the book. I had pretty good short-term memory. I could not get it to stay in. And now, of course, because I've been reading things like Reader's Digest for so long and stuff, I kind of go, yeah, I remember seeing this here or something, but do you think I can then pinpoint where it is after that? No. Drives me nuts. Even this morning, I was sent a message about bobbins and bobbinating onto floss labels, like the cardboard labels, and winding the floss around the cardboard labels. And it was like, yeah, this is a really clever idea. But only yesterday when I was browsing through Facebook or Instagram or something, I had seen somebody doing the labels, and it was kind of like the Hogwarts shield. So, you know the shape of the shield? A bit like your US route marker, that kind of fat bottom and a bowed out top kind of thing. Bit like one of those. And do you think I could find the stupid thing again? It was a home dyer or something, like fiber, I think was in the name. And he or they had their own individual kind of cardboard markers that they put all their floss onto, but they bobbinated it onto it. So if you don't know what bobbinating is, it's where you basically wrap your yarn around a card. Now there's a number of different bobbins out there. There are shapes like sheep, and there's cardboard ones that look like the old thread kind of shape. So you've got the, you know how when you used to get sewing bobbins, you had a fat top, straight sides, and a fat little bottom? Well, the cardboard bobbins look like that, but they're just a flat cardboard shape, and you can get them in plastic as well, and there's gadgets that you can get that wind them on and all of this kind of jazz. So it's that kind of concept. It's called bobbinating now in the cross-stitching world. Some people love it, some people hate it. They store really nicely because you're just dealing with a compact little bobbin. But from a working point of view, they don't catch tails or anything else. So, and then of course you've got to get your floss out of the packaging it was sold in. You have to bobbinate it and label it and all that kind of thing. And as I said, it looks really pretty, but when it comes to the ends, you can't always tie off onto the bobbin because the end might be too short or whatever. So I think people who bobbinate probably have a lot of orts, which are I can't remember what orts actually stand for, but people have ort jars. They're O-R-T, so it's like odd random threads. Maybe that's it, odd random threads. They have ort jars, and they're full of these long strands of thread. And I'm kind of thinking, far out. My orts are like 1 centimetre to 3 centimetres long, because anything longer than that I can stitch with again, and it goes back into my floss bag, which is basically just a school snack plastic bag that you get, you know, for snacks. Oops, there is a leftover square drill. So I find floss bags actually being my ideal method of storage, because I can keep the skein of floss in there. It stops it tangling on anything. I don't have to worry about it tying it off or anything like that. And then the odd bits get... Ooh, that's kind of full. I might struggle from now on getting to these bigger bags. Let's see how we go. 938, and yeah, so that's just me and my little kind of thing. But yeah, it's like, I saw it, I know it was there. Do you think I could find it again? No, because I can't remember what platform it was I saw it on. So yeah, there's that. They were just really pretty. It was a nice different way for this dyer to have their work, and I really liked it. Okay, so this one I think has too much, so we'll need maybe half of these. That's pretty full. Let's see how we're going. Yeah, what I might do is leave it like that. Now, what I will do with this is pop it into a Ziploc bag. So give me just a second. I'm going to have to use fingers and stuff. Marcus is playing with the printer, trying to resurrect it. And Sophie is all up in his face. Oops. Yeah, this is why I like having everything close by. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Potentially need 4 of these bags, roughly that size. They need to be a little bit bigger because I got to fit these in their entirety in them. Oops, tray needs to go back. Where's that head? And my multis go in there as well. Now I've stopped actually disseminating the kits. What I used to do was actually break them down. I've stopped doing that, and what I do now is just put the whole set into a tub, and the tub now has all these different kits, because other people might want them or need them or something, so I've just kept them like that. Alright, where am I going? 740 is number 8. I have to say, kitting up a small kit is quite nice. All of this is rubbish, the plastic. Oops. Might be a little bit full. Alright. I'm also folding that so that I can see the number, because that is going to be very important when it comes to needing those drills. I've probably been bitten by not having that visible, and it makes it just that little bit more difficult to get them. Okay. And I think when I said I was kitting down, I have sticky items and non-sticky items. So these would again be scissors that I use for cutting sticky stuff, and then there's others for non-sticky stuff. 3371 is 15. Now what I might do with the rest of all those stickers is actually flip them upside down, so I'm not going to confuse them. No static in these drills whatsoever. Now these are the old drills. If you're in any of the Diamond Art Club groups, there was an announcement recently, actually not so recently now, there was an announcement recently anyway that they had designed new drills. They have new squares that they do wholly and solely. That is not sitting quite as nicely as I would like, but anyway, it'll be fine. So they've got wholly and solely Diamond Art Club manufactured square drills. They all have the same facet top, which is interesting because I thought the whole idea with the facet tops was that the different facet tops give the different shimmer. So you've got ones that have a little square and ones that have a little diamond as you look at the drills. So they've changed them so they've all got the little squares. They've all got 13 facets. Well, sorry, actually I may be wrong. They may all be the same. They're all the same. I'll rephrase that. They're all the same, whether or not the square is the 9 or the diamond is the 13. I'm not quite sure, so you'll just have to pick and choose with that one. No, I'm going to need one more bag. No, I won't, because I'm going to make extras. That's right. 741 is 9. Okay. But as the new kits come out, you will be able to get new squares. You will be able to get more square drills that are pretty darn good. I think they're pretty proud of them. They are also manufacturing, they said, around the clock. This is in the, I think it's the Diamond Art Club VIP group. Now, in order to be part of that group, you have to be a Ruby, the top 3, Ruby, Sapphire, Diamond member. Although I think some people in there might not be quite that high up. I'm not too sure. So if you're up in those kind of tiers, you can join the group. You probably already had received the email saying, hey, we've got a group. Another handy thing that they have an app. So Diamond Art Club app. I don't know if it's on iPhone. I'm sorry, I don't drive an iPhone these days. But it's definitely on Android. And with your first purchase on the app, you can get 20% off. So there is a voucher there. So that's point number 1. The next thing I was going to say, that if you are a brand new customer to Diamond Art Club and you want to try them out, well, there's a couple of things that you can do. All right, you can bite the bullet and buy full kits. Okay, or if you're not sure how you're going to go with the hobby, you can buy what's called a starter kit, and they've got these experimental size kind of kits. Get out, there's one stuck. The experimental size is more like a foot by a foot. They're pretty small. However, in saying that, the the quality of the drills are the same, the kit quality is the same, and you won't be disappointed in that. But if you're not sure that this hobby is for you, then that might be a way for you to break ground, or introduce it to a child or somebody else who's not very sure of what they want in the way of diamond painting. So that's something. If you have never ordered before, you can use my voucher code HippyHippoFinds for 15% off. You are very welcome to do that as well, and you'll get that benefit. Now, if you do use that code, I will get a commission for that if you're a brand new customer only. If you're not a brand new customer, then you can use the code, but I don't get a commission on it. But there are lots and lots of codes out there, so make sure that if you do make a purchase from Diamond Art Club, you use one of the many discount codes so that you get 10, 15, 20% off. They were also doing a birthday code. If you're a part of the Mrs. Coffee group, there is a crafters code for the group, Crafters Anonymous with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee group. There is a code that we get there that changes monthly. She puts that in the announcements, so if you want to check that out, you can. There are lots of codes knocking around. Alright, now I'm going to do this as a spare, and I've got 2 jars, so that's what I'll keep going as my float, and every time I need to open a bag, I've got 2 spare jars. Just want to make that a bit more round. Sharpies work on these stickers really well. So this is just spare. It's just a vague similarity to the original, and I'll figure out where they're going to go in just a second. I think what I used to do was store them down the bottom. I'm going to go back to my tweezers. Just because they're spares. I've done it with a couple of different colours, so I might do, if you've got a kit that's got a few colours in the range that have large bags and you've got space in something like this holds 60. This kit here, it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. Now, what I will do, just a second, these are whole bags now. They can just go straight in as they are. Okay, so there's my spares. There's my spares, and I can seal that with just a couple of presses. I can get rid of the scissors. I'm not using that. Let me, where is my protection? Where is my, oh God, I moved it. It's rolled, and I can't, there it is, under the bags. Okay, I'm going to put that there for just a second. I'm going to get rid of all these because I'm going to do a trim. Now, I used to do scrapbooking, so I have one of these. It gives a lovely straight edge because I don't need these jaggedy bits sticking out and catching or anything else. Get that nice and straight. Flick my safety. Get that nice and straight. Come on. Behave. I don't want to take it too tight, but I don't want to get rid of all these jagged bits. And get rid of that. Alright, so this is all nice and neat. Okay, and that just needs to pop in the bag. And that tells me what it is as well. This does not stick on the outside of these bags. I don't know what would actually, to be honest. Alright, let's see. I will keep these in the corner just because they're overflow, and I don't want to ruin the flow of things up here. Chances are what I'll do is I'll empty this jar up here and then just swap the lid onto one of the others. We'll get those. Some of these lids will roll themselves off so they rattle. Actually, I don't know if I'll turn all of these over. Oops. I'll just do this row, I think. Just so there's a row around. You don't have to do this. This is just me and my fussiness. But it means that I can see at a glance where my working drills are and just go for them in number order and stuff. And you'll see before, if you haven't actually watched me work, when I've used this color, for instance, I'll then pop it back in and leave it sticking out a bit, because inevitably you're going to go, ah, I need that drill again. And I know which ones I've used. This is particularly important when you're using a full stack in this of 40 plus colors and you're going, oh God, now I've got to go find it again, all of that kind of thing. What I also do is, if I'm working a particular section, I will actually work the section and pick out all of the colors and then move this aside and just have my working colors right next to me. So yeah, there's that. I don't need this because I'm not putting this kit into storage. Otherwise I would have put the drills back in and put them back into storage. So that is never going to be used again. Okay. Let's get placing. Alright, now there's no drills on the bottom of this, which is great, because it means I can just lay it over. Now, one of the things that annoys me about the clear cover, you can't see where the plastic starts and where it finishes, okay? So what people have done is they've put down washi tape. So, I don't think I've got any pretty Halloween washi tape in front of me. And I want it to stand out a bit. Actually, I have got this. I've actually got a whole load of washi tape in the cupboard next to me, but I can't get into it. So, these things are quite handy to store your washi tape in. There we go. I'm going to pop that out. I'm going to pop these in. And chuck that back in, and I'm going to use this here because it's going to stand out from the work. Now I actually use these for multi-purpose. These are my washi tape holders, but my camera is also sitting on this as well. If I think of it, I use all sorts of stuff as props, rightly, wrongly, or anything else. So I'm going to roll out a bit and just mark. What it does is it marks the top of the canvas cover for a start, but it also marks out the section that I'm going to do. So I roughly want 4-inch kind of blocks. Now I could do a lot less, but because it's color blocking, it will actually work up quite quickly. I could mark out all of it, and I may do that off camera, but that is the section I'm going to work in. And I think I will cut, because you know what the problem is with this? I can fold this back, but then it takes all of that and leaves that unsticky. So I'm going to cut it, and we're going to trim it. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. My hand seems to be shaking. You can trim down there, and then what you do is you lean it against the washi tape and it will peel. And I've seen, I think, Rachel doing it this way. And then I can come down to here and I can stop and just leave it there. Now, one of my very many handy dandy cover minders, I get a pretty flat one, and I will actually stick this down. Come on. Right. I'll stick that down so that I'm not brushing it constantly. Now, it is going to sit there and my hand's going to lean on it. Oop, sorry. My hand's going to lean on it or something. Or the tray won't sit on it. That kind of thing. It's fine. Alright. Now, black is the colour that I'm going to do. So, and then I've also got H's within the field. So I am going to get the H. Now this is good because I've got both things here. 3371. So this one goes off to the side. That's the other colour that I'm going to grab. In fact, I could get rid of those and do them straight away. So I'm not going to use the new pen because it doesn't have any wax in it. I'm going to use my olive branch from the Bethlehem Olive. If you want to find out more details of this particular pen, you'll need to go to my accessories playlist and go through and find the Bethlehem Olive enveloping probably. And I know I'm just doing these straight out of the jar. You can. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Oops. I just need to get a few drills out. The other thing which I could do is use the lid. And I've often done that where I'll tip it into the lid. Come on. Like this. Because you can then shake it a bit and get them to roll over. Now, I've just realised I don't have my light pad on. Because Diamond Art Club canvases are so darn clear, you don't always need it. It is handy though. And I'll turn it on in just a second and you'll be able to see the difference. Alright, done of the extra colours, and I don't want that one. Okay, now we are after maximum placement in a hurry. So there it is with the light on. Okay, so nice shake, and shake so that all of those lines are filled. Okay. Alright, so you've got a bit of a mess there. Alright, and they're all over the place. So now, when all the lines are filled, and it's being a bit of a deal this time around. Must be the way I'm shaking it. Get out of the way. Not enough vibration to get them to rattle down. Come on. If I shake this too hard, they'll go flying. And if I have it at too steep of an angle, they'll all move. Now, do you see how lovely and straight half of the tray is? This is where the beauty in overfilling your tray works. Okay, now, this is a 13 placer head. The problem with doing a 13 place is you're going to be doing this shaking reasonably often. Okay, there's a couple of these drills, so I'm just going to go to the beginning. I just lean it forward just a smidge. Now these won't pick up because my blue tack is quite dry, so I'm going to do some more work on this. just needs to be roughed up. These probably have sat there unused for quite a bit because I don't do much color blocking, so the blue tack just gets a bit dusty and dry, so you just got to rework it, that's all. If it's absolutely terrible, I'll actually rip it all out and start again. Okay, so grab that, roll down ever so gently. I have got one gap. Okay, so I've got one gap and I'm going to incorporate it if... No, I can't. Okay, not to worry. I'll just place a single. And there's no blue tack in that end whatsoever. That's clever. So pop it in, roll it around, push it in. You want it going right up the back end of that tip. And then grab your drill. I really like the blue tack. I tried using the different waxes. Never liked them. The wax came off when I used paddy wax. Yeah, just not happy with them whatsoever. Now there's something funky in with the drills. I think it's like AB coating or something weird. Alright, let's try this again. Now there is a trick when you're doing rounds when it comes to working diagonals that I love, because you can also place diagonally with your perfect spacing and everything else. And I will show you when I get to that. Ooh, that was terrible. Look at that. So haphazard. So I'm just picking up the ones in the space. They're all full. Get that one off the side. Now with this, I know I'm placing them right next to the others. That's... then I'm going to give them a bit of a smoosh. The spacing seems to be a little bit off. Give it a light press, and you can checkerboard these. Now with my spacing being off, what I'm doing is actually stretching out the placement, so I'm just leaning on it and just pulling it that little bit more just to get that spacing to land on the actual dots, so that all you're seeing now is the black background. I don't know a better way to really explain it other than you trying it yourself, but there's 13 in there. They're 2.8mm drills if they're the right size, and they may not be. They may be a little bit smaller or bigger, so the alignment is off. And to save you doing this each and every placement, you can just do some stretching yourself when you put them down. So it's basically you kind of purposely putting a bit of a space in there yourself. So yet again, place down the first one and then just lean out a little bit for the next placement. If I need to, please let me know and I will make a video and have the camera up close and personal to what I'm trying to explain, so that it's actually looking at where I'm placing those drills down. But please let me know if you think that's something that will help in that explanation, and I can do that. But yeah, you can color block, sorry, not color block, you can checkerboard by doing the next move that I'm going to make. So you're going to see the gap. but because these are not square, you're not really jamming them up next to each other, so checkerboarding I find is not really necessary with the rounds quite so much. I didn't like that, so I'm going to shove that up and grab, this blue tack is not good. I don't know how old this stuff is, to be honest. Now, you don't need to use the 13 head either to pick up 13. You can pick up 10, 5, 6, whatever you need to. Now I've actually put an extra couple in that gap, so that just filled up the gap. But that's where, if your drills don't go down quite correctly, that might mean that you've got to check how many are in the gap, you've got to knock them out. It gets a little bit fiddly. So now I need 2. So I'm going to grab 2, pop 2 down. The other thing you can do is, if you're working within a filled field, you can grab some at one end, some at the other end, and place and place, and that's also a quick method of multi-placing that I will do. That wasn't happy. Oops. And I don't want to keep doing this shuffling because it's a pain in the behind. So placing carefully is really what I need to be doing. Sorry to go into teaching mode. Alright, but that's kind of where I'm at with the kit. And look, I've got 6 rows already done because I'm doing 13 at a time. If you, I think, go on to Diamond Art Club these days and do a purchase, you'll see they actually number the amount of drills in the kits. So you can do your maths and know how many you might place in any given time. If you're a numbers person, you might like to do that. This being, what was it, 47 by 47, but being a lot of color blocking is going to take an awful lot less than if you're individually placing. But seriously, please don't put yourself under pressure to do something you don't want to do. If you enjoy single placing, then single place. There's not a wrong method of doing this. It's a hobby, it's a craft, and you should enjoy doing it. And if that means you want to put the effort in and you want to place one at a time, then do it. Please don't let anyone shame you. If you've tried multi-placing and you kind of think, oh, can't do it, this multi-placing is tricky. It really is. Getting all the drills lined up properly is something that takes practice. And if you want to try it, my recommendation would be try a 4-placer, then try maybe a 7, and work up like that. But if you find you hate it, you hate that it's all going down way too fast for you because it's taking the joy out of the time out for you, then don't do it. Do your own thing. This is your craft. Especially if you've come from cross-stitching, where you have to actually place every single X one at a time. Although I would love on some occasions to go, oh, I wish I could multi-place cross stitches. It's just not going to happen. You're just going to have to do it one at a time. But just going nice and slowly like this can be just as cathartic, because it's just a different kind of skill. You're just rolling them on, you're taking your time, and you're just doing it. So whatever you need to do, you do that. Alright, now I am out of pretty much most of my head up drills. Now what I mean by head up, they're all head up, bottom down for placing. So I'm running out, so I will need to shake my tray. So you want to get all of those drills back down over the lines. Doesn't matter if they're upright down or whatever, you just need to fill the lines. And yeah, you want head up, bottom down. And then you need to get those upside downs out of the way. So you've got long lines again. Come on. If you tap too hard, they'll all go flying. Take your time. And you see those gaps? Don't worry about the gaps. Okay. I'll show you. Right, you've got a big gap here, right? I'll just get the end of my head and place it on a drill and push up and place the head down flat, and that's filled in the gap. So you just shove them up, and I'll show you with that gap that I've just made how to do the next one. Okay, so you've got that big enormous line, and I've got 5, so I want about 8. There's 8. So I'll place the first 8. Okay, they're on there on my bad gum. And then go up to the top, marry up the next placement, and there I go, I've got a full line. So don't worry about gaps, you've got to worry about the upside downs, because they clearly won't stick, because their bums are up in the air. So there you go, handy tip. There. I'm going to place a few more and then I'll let you go, because unbelievably it's been like an hour. I actually didn't pay attention to how long it took to kit up. 16 colours is not an awful lot. So yeah. What are you up to? Nothing. I mean, she's done something that she shouldn't have done.
I'm spinning.
What?
Spinning.
What's spinning?
I'm spinning over here.
You're spinning over there.
Yeah. Mommy, that's what you're making. You're making.
I'm making pumpkins.
You're making a mermaid.
No, I've made the mermaid. I'm making pumpkins.
You're making a fence and the pumpkins?
No, they're trees and a pumpkin. Oh, more than one pumpkin. I think there's 4 pumpkins down here.
Ooh. Mommy, I want help. Mommy.
No, not this time.
Oh. Oh, this is
I can't remember if I've shared this already, or where I've shared it. Maybe on my vlog. I was getting dressed for work the other day and she saw me in a dress and she goes, "Mummy, you look like a princess." I was like, "Aw." Well, my husband sniggered at that comment. But it was all kinds of like cute. Yes, she praises Marcus's beard too, how it's all nice and fluffy and how it's beautiful. She's all kinds of complimentary. It's all kinds of cute.
You're saying you don't take praise and compliments well?
No, I definitely don't.
She'll teach you.
But completely out of the blue, she goes, "Mummy, your dress is so pretty. You look like a princess." It's like, "Aw." Get out of the way. No, the other thing with the poured glue that Diamond Art Club uses, you can slide your drills around. I think Treasure Studio Arts, they use basically a tape glue. It's called it's a particular kind of glue, but I think it's put down in a sheet similar to double-sided tape, but it's archive friendly glue. But their glue is not something that you can slide your drills on. Not so loud, Sophie. It's place once and it's there. So you will really struggle if you place incorrectly on something like a Treasure Studios or Art kind of glue. They do come with the clear top though, but it's not a poured glue like Diamond Art Club or anyone else that uses poured glue. It's a very, very firm glue on first placement, so just be warned. Hover maybe if you're not sure you're in the right spot before you actually put the drill down when you're doing something like those. But honestly, it's not going to be any harm to hover over a Diamond Art Club. Make sure your placement is correct and pop your drills down. You know, as I said, there's no rush. It's not like we have stitch challenges like diamond placing challenges, although that could be kind of fun if we had those in some of the lives, where you've got to count the drill placement before and after for a competition. There's stitch challenges on some of the stitching retreats that I've been on. Yeah, they're interesting. It's fast and furious getting stitches in. So yeah, just that. Alright, I'll let you go and go and make a tea and all of that kind of thing. Yeah, I didn't have a cup of tea before I started with you. There are a few gaps here that I will shuffle down and things like that, but when you turn the light off, the gaps go. Okay, so don't stress over gaps, especially in the initial stages. And the other thing I would absolutely recommend you do is roller these afterwards, just in case. And that was terrible placement. Hang on. Ew.
Boogers everywhere.
Boogers on my canvas. Ew.
Sorry, Mommy.
The other thing is have one of these, whether it's roller or rubber or wooden. Now, you're not hearing any clicking because you're not using square, and they're all perfectly placed, and I can see that they're all flat too, so they're all pretty darn perfect, so you won't hear that magic click if you misplaced any. What are you doing, Missy?
I got my lizard. Mommy.
You've got what?
I got my lizard. Oh, this one's empty.
I know.
Yeah, but a lot to some of those, but it's kind of too many.
Quite too many.
Yes, too many.
Too many?
Yeah. But that's how.
Okay. Alright, thank you for joining me, and
Yes, goodbye.
thanks, Cheeky. Thank you for joining me.
Yes.
I will see you next week on my next vlog, or sorry, on my next WiPnChat, and I will see you for any other videos during the week as well. Yeah.
Bye.
She's all fluffy. She's had her hair platypused.
Yeah.
I've got my hair platypused too. I've got French braids
But
in.
I don't.
No, you took your hair out and it's all floofy now. Oh! Yeah.
Okay.
She just fell off the chair. Okay, I'm gone. Bye! Thank you for watching. I'll see you again. Bye for now. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand.